Okay, so our market is about to open. It looks like we're holding yesterday's lows in the pre-market. Okay, so we're open. Pushing off the open. Testing. We're testing Asia's open print. Some aggressive buying. Just stepped in. Alright, so we launched off the VWAP, got rejected at the Asia's open print. Let's look at SPY and QQQ. What's going on here? I can't load my indicator. Okay, that's fine. What I'd like to see would be a pullback to either 67.70, the pre-market lows area, or even to the point of control, which is at 67.82. That would be where I would look for a possible entry. Okay, I'm gonna draw my orb. Okay, so immediate rejection. Second candle basically engulfed the opening candle. Let's see if we can hold that VWAP here. All right, so that candle got sandwiched. A little adjustment for the orb. So it looks like we're getting rejections at 6,800. Which seems to be a point of control on the daily. Okay. I might try shorts early. Let's see. No, actually not. We're holding VWAP on SPY, on NASDAQ. We've got some resistance here. Oh. Let's see how we close on this 5-minute candle. But I think we can get a move down to 67.70 area. I'm gonna try an entry a little early. That'll be my first trade of the day. We just closed under this trend line, rejected the Asia's opening print, 6,800 psychological level. I'm just gonna try it. Stop losses will be a little wide for me. All right, so we're pushing strong. All right, that might stop me out here. Okay, that's actually a pretty decent candle here, but still not out of the woods. Pretty volatile the first, I guess, 6 minutes. So the point of control is 67.82. Let's see if we can get down here. It's pushing strong and Nasdaq is leading, holding the VWAP. I'll be right back. All right, got stopped out on that trade. It was pretty aggressive, pretty early. I'm still not opposed to a short idea. So we just swept pre-market highs with aggressive buying above 6,800, holding Asia's opening print. I mean, if we're looking at the London session, so we actually took the London sessions low in the pre-market, which would be a sign for a continuation to the upside. Let's see how this next candle closes. I don't like the sell-off after aggressive buying here. To the upside for sure. It's hard to go long right now. So the point of control has shifted, which is now on the Asia's opening print. That should give us juice to go higher. If we close above the point of control, we might look for a reversal. Holding VWAP on SPY and holding VWAP on NASDAQ. It's a little choppy. Still holding pretty well. Delta is not bad. Okay, so let's see here. Now it's pretty crucial. Yep. I'm gonna try shorts again. I like the trapped buyers above 6,800 and above the pre-market high. And then the candles sweeping through the point of control. We're now testing the view up on ES, but we are below view up on SPY. Okay, retesting VWAP on ES. It is a critical level. It's a pivot point on SPY from yesterday's session, and then it's a small support on NASDAQ. Not a big level here. All right, so far so good. That's what I wanted to see. It's actually a very strong reaction of this level. This may not be as easy. I want to see another push lower here and the rejections to continue so these buyers get trapped. I want this one to break. My target is going to be around the lower deviation band. However, I do think we have room to go lower. If we actually push lower here. All right, I might have to keep my TP somewhat flexible here. I do need to get my 321 at least. I might be able to trail it and get a little more. This is a wider stop loss. So yeah, I'm right about there for 321. Let's see how we move, how this price action plays out. Right now we're struggling to go either direction. Slowly trying to push lower, but still a lot of buying. Nasdaq has to let go. It's holding up. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Might have to take my profits here. Right there. Yeah, this is yesterday's lows. Right here. On SPY. Oh, that's not yesterday's lows. That's the close. Okay, there's room to retest yesterday's lows. I'm gonna try to trail this close right here. See if we can flush through it. If we're gonna bounce, I might have to take the profits. All right, I did. I just don't fully trust it here. We're testing some major levels, especially on Nasdaq. Retesting double top from, I believe that was Monday. So if my stop loss was right there, then that's 321 anyway. So Nasdaq is at the low of the day, and SPY is retesting some key levels. It might continue to go lower. But since we're sitting on S2 and we're sitting close to lower deviation band, I took the profits, especially that it's very close to 321. Okay, we're getting a little more out of this. Pushing a little lower. So I still think that we have, this would be, we're getting close to the area where I would like to look for a bounce to the upside and actually go long. We're not quite there yet, I don't think. Yeah, I think we're still gonna get that flush lower and then a reversal. We're waiting for that ending volume, that ending candle. Mm-hmm. Okay, starting to look interesting. Wow, that wasn't expected, but okay, so we're back in the value area of the session. Testing VWAP on SPY. Nasdaq is much stronger here. All right, well, let's see if we can get a little bit of a pullback to create a higher low. I don't know if the reversal play just yet. I mean, we still have the point of control at the top, close to the high of the session. We still see rejections here. We're not quite ready for a reversal. That was a good squeeze, but not enough for a longer trade. So if I were to take a long trade right here, the target would have to be the point of control at 67.9750. Okay, so we're attempting to create a higher low. Mm-hmm. Still nothing. I mean, we might get another leg lower. I mean, in looking at the 15-minute chart on SPY and NASDAQ, we do have a head and shoulder situation. But we're sitting on some strong support right now at 60.76. Maybe we have to sweep the pre-market lows first before we see a reversal. SPY may actually move $2 more to the downside before it bounces. We haven't tested yesterday's lows. Wow. Oh, I think I forgot. I think it's the CPI numbers that just came out. All right, so we're back inside my orb. Testing. I want to see SPY just pull back to VWAP right now and see if we can hold that. That could fuel the move higher. I think that was the CPI numbers today. Wednesday. Yeah, CPI, core CPI. 8:30. That was pre-market. Yeah, not sure. It's attempting to hold. I like that. I might try to get in here earlier. Oh, that's an interesting squeeze. Let's see if we can ride this a little more. What's the next? I don't see... Oh. The target got just taken out. Crazy. All right, so maybe another trade here. Let's see if we can get a pullback. They might not. This might be a pure momentum squeeze. Yeah, that's gonna be a tricky. That's a tricky entry here. You can see the volatility. SPY just hit 680, pulling back. And to get the perfect entry, it's not easy with this kind of a momentum. And I don't think we were gonna get a full pullback, maybe. Let's test. Yeah, I want to see a pullback to the session's opening high. Okay, so attempting to hold our one deviation band. Yeah, this might just hold and rip higher. And man, I just don't love getting in on a play like that. I really want to see it test the orb and then maybe build a base around it. And also test the VWAP. But on a strong candle like this, I don't think we're going to get that retracement. I think we're retracing about a 50% right now on that momentum candle. And I don't see it. I don't want to see it fully engulfed. That's another thing. Well, yeah, that's nasty. Okay, testing VWAP. All right, that could be. I want to see the hold of VWAP on SPY and NASDAQ. Okay, some extra selling on the bottom here of that candle. It's getting absorbed. We're back to point of control, which I do like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to try this here. There might not be much time to get in. Still rejecting, so we have now. Well, we held a VWAP. Rejected the deviation band there. I might have to give it a little more room here. Yeah, and then we've got room to at least, if we continue higher. Asia's highs are at 68.22. I'm gonna have my target at 68.30. For now. And if we clear a high of the day, I'm just gonna move my stop loss closer to break even. Okay. I don't I don't like that the momentum is gone. That retracement should have continued after the pullback, yeah. There may be another stab at this. Let's see. Yeah, I think so. We've got some extra buyers come stepping up. There's room to go, and it just might not be smooth sailing anymore, but I don't like the rejections of R1. The second pivot was a lower high. I don't like that at all. We are above the point of control, but yeah, tricky. Yep, I don't like that. I'm actually gonna try a reversal play because all this aggressive buying got trapped on top. The impulse candle got engulfed, then we made a lower high. Now we're below Asia's opening print. We're below point of control. I think we got the manipulation to the upside. And we might see the distribution to the downside now. It's just what it seems like at this point. I mean, anything is possible, but yeah. Yeah, that's wild. I got tagged there. Gave my profits back. That sucks. Let's see which way we're gonna continue. Yeah, I'm really leaning. Let me see, 30, 60 minute. 60 minute looks like a lower high, I'm sorry, higher low, but the short time frame looks like we want to pull back. I'm gonna have to try this again, the shorts. Move my stop loss above this level. All this aggressive buying did not get rewarded, and I don't know, maybe I'm just reading it wrong. Maybe it's all a trap. I hope to get continuation for this, and there's probably a lot of pain for the buyers who bought on top, and they're gonna have to sell the position. But all these sellers are getting bought up as well. This is a trappy area right now. We're still inside the value area on the 5-minute. Yeah, look at this. The volatility here. Holding VWAP on ES, but below VWAP on SPY. Okay, I'd like to see more push. If we do get that push lower, then I think we're gonna break the pre-market lows and actually try to test. Well, no, we haven't broken the pre-market low, so we're actually going to test the pre-market lows and even maybe go lower, because that seems to be the manipulation to the upside, and hopefully we now get the distribution to the downside. But again, I'm not fully trusting anything. A lot of action this morning. Definitely not a boring morning. Wow, look at this. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, this is crazy. Wow, a lot of selling. Let's see if we get rewarded here. If not, I might even look to flip the trade if we don't sell off right here. Come on, sell off. I don't love the holds. Okay, maybe now. Not enough. Wow. Alright, hopefully now. Can't even add to this position because I don't trust it. Not yet. That's really ridiculous. Okay, I might be looking for an ad here. Oh my god. Still not. Okay, maybe now. I'm still not sold on this trade. Definitely looks like a trade to the downside, where you see a lot of rejections on of 678 area on SPY. Nasdaq is a little stronger, but still, all these buyers got trapped. Then we got aggressive selling. That's our order flow confirmation. It's just the way we trade today. It's hard to add to the position. I mean, we are past 10 o'clock. It's almost 10:30. I don't think we're going to see a reversal play here. Okay, so we are now retesting the low of the day, and I think we can just go through it. Or we're just gonna get bought up again and go back to the value area. I don't think so. We had too many attempts to go higher and get rejected. I don't think we're gonna see buyers aggressively trying to lift the ask here. We should see continuation and break up through the low of the day. Broke the low of the day, trying to reject the lower deviation band, which would be fantastic if we do. S3 held for now, but I do believe we're gonna break that and retest it, at least retest the pre-market lows, which also might be the yesterday's lows on SPY. I still like the weakness that we see right here. Okay, selling through S3. Come on, SPY. SPY has another 50 cents, or actually a dollar, almost a dollar to go to test yesterday's lows. And I'm expecting a bounce at that level. So I'm going to give it time. If we suddenly retrace and try to reverse, I will move my stop loss to my 3-1 target. I want to trail it right here a little bit. I want to see that one more flush to the downside right here. Let's push this lower and let's retest yesterday's lows on SPY. Trying to bounce. Nasdaq has a pivot point here. It's ways away from yesterday's lows. It's got $3, almost $3. All right, one more push. let's give it room. Okay, so we might see a retest here of the deviation band. Yeah, that's the tricky day today. Okay, I like that rejection of the deviation band, and let's see another leg lower. If we can't, doesn't look like it wants to go lower anymore, does it? Come on, push it lower. It might tag me here. Yep, it did. Kind of sucks because I had my 3-2-1 target and I didn't take that. Still a really good trade. And doesn't mean the move is over. I don't think it is. I just got tagged. Now it's a little more difficult to re-enter here. Even if there's another leg lower, it's just more risky to re-enter here. Well, every time all my my pivot points are close together, and we move away from the pivot points, we're gonna have a trendy move. So right now we are holding S3, but we rejected S2, which tells me we're gonna gravitate towards breaking S3 and testing S4. Yeah, unfortunately I got tagged up there. Trailed my stop too quickly and didn't leave it enough room to work. All right, I'm gonna let this go. Yeah, let's watch this really closely. if we get a strong reaction of the lows, the pre-market lows here, lots of buying. Still a possibility for another reversal play. It's just we're trading in this channel, the London session channel. Okay, I'll be right back. I do like that rejection for a bounce. So we got a double bottom with aggressive buying coming in. So we are now trying to hold S2 and deviation band. That might be another entry here. And just got to be mindful that this is all scalping. I mean, it's such a tight. Okay, I'm gonna let SPY test a VWAP soon. I'll let it pull back and create a higher low. Hopefully, and that might be a nice entry point. And then that could be my final trade. I don't have to take it. I'm okay with on the day. But let's see if there's another opportunity. Yeah. Okay, so we're seeing that pullback and a hold of S2 trying to attempt to make a higher low. Hey, puppy. Good boy. Yeah, it's looking good now. I hate to be risking the profits that I have because it's been a battle this day, this morning. I was up, then I was down, I was break even, now I'm positive. Let's see how tempting this is gonna become. Okay, I like that hold. Man, I'm gonna have to try it. Ay, ay, ay. It's just lower probability. But I like the holds. Hmm. Yeah, it's gonna. I need to see a little bit of order confirmation. I want to see some buyers stepping in here aggressively. I like all the buying on the bottom here. Yeah. Now we see them. We see the buyers stepping in and getting rejected immediately. But they are willing to pay more. Well, another thing is I can just wait for SPY to break the VWAP and close above it for the entry. I mean, it's looking decent, but it's just how we're trading today. We're back in this, we're close to the value area. We're actually inside the value area. So this is where we might just kind of continue sideways. All right, so we're now pushing through VWAP on ES. Okay. Wait, puppy boy. Okay. Now at the view app. Okay, another attempt to hold. Okay, so we're above VWAP on SPY. Nasdaq is lagging now. I can't be fully bullish until I see the point of control shift. And if anything, we're still bullish. That's still a bullish play. After the VWAP rejections. Well, look at all this buying. Supporting the higher low. Value area low. Okay. Yeah, we might now try to push through. Okay. Wow. Okay, this is getting interesting. So if I were to get in here, I would have a 4-point stop loss. VWAP would be my stop loss. Okay. Still rejecting point of control. I don't know. So even though we're holding VWAP and it looks promising to the upside, we still have that 678 supply right above. So I do want to see break that. Okay, so we are now above point of control. Okay, I like that. Let's see if we can hold that. Delta is positive, slowly climbing up. Another hold of VWAP. Another push of the point of control. I might try it. See if my entry wasn't too early. Come on, you're holding strong. You're above point of control. Okay, don't like that. That's an aggressive sell. Okay, testing VWAP one more time. Let me zoom out here a little bit. All right, that's okay. Yeah, no. Okay, got bought up. That's good. Should have actually waited for this candle first before I got in. As long as we don't just trade here sideways, I like that candle. It was a retest of my little trend line. on a 5-minute. All these wicks are okay. No bueno. Come on, give me a little more aggressive buying here. Come on. Get that juice and keep going. No. Come on. Yeah. It's getting tricky up here. It's getting a little heavy. Alright, I'm moving my stop to this the bottom of this candle. If this doesn't go off this level, then I'm out. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we just hang out around the VWAP. That's where the balance is. Come on. Let's get this thing out of balance. Not yet. Okay, good. Good buying. Good candle. Perfect. I like that. Come on, let's keep that momentum going. I'm gonna try to protect myself here pretty tightly. I will watch that stop loss. I don't think we should revisit my entry. I really don't. If we do, it might be sideways again. Yeah. It's a big engulfing candle, don't like that. I'm gonna give it a little room, but not too much. I'm gonna keep that stop loss tight. This should continue. If it doesn't, then I want to be taken out quickly. I'm moving it to break even, slightly above break even for slippage. This should continue. I'm gonna move my target to around my R2, R1 level. And let's see how we react when we get to there. Ideally, I would want to see us test the high of the day. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like all this aggressive buying getting absorbed, sold into. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, I'm glad I got my stop loss up there. Yeah, look at that. We're back in the value area, back in the balanced area. Is this gonna be, let's see, in the 15 minute. Yeah, massive. Massive trap. Mm. It's just 30-minute chart on SPY looks, it's a little bullish, but the 15-minute doesn't. And the 15 minutes shows a lot of rejections of 678. So we're stuck in this zone between 675, 678. Now it looks like a continuation to the downside. Okay. Yeah, it looks heavy up on top. In the 6,800 area, that's where we kept rejecting. I think we'll continue lower. It's just, I don't think it's the right day to go heavy on anything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna walk away. I might come back and look at the chart again, but I don't want to get sucked into trading in this sideways action. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, we're seeing that move, that push lower. Wow, there you go. That's a really nice. That's a really nice flush. Wish I was in the trade. Very nice. It's a great candle. Is this where we see continuation, or is there gonna be another bounce? You look at that. I think there's gonna be another bounce. Buyers stepped in here before, buyers are stepping in again. Buying of the lows. Holding S3 here. I'm tempted to scalp the bottom. It is a little different this time. It's more aggressive selling, and we don't see an immediate bounce. Okay, so another push lower. I want to see SPY hit the yesterday's lows at 675-ish. Not quite there yet. Okay, I think we touched it. What's the volume? Okay, decent. I like the attempt to hold, and I think there's another potential reversal play here. For a trade back to VWAP in a balanced area. Just gotta let this battle play out. It's taking a long time to bounce. Yep, I'm trying the bounce. I like this little area right here when the selling got absorbed immediately and engulfed. So we might just see a little push towards the VWAP. So this will be my definitely final trade. All right, I'm gonna keep my target at 321. We gotta get above the deviation band for sure. Hopefully we gotta squeeze through it. I mean, the target could be 87, which is the low value area. Okay, there's some. All right, let's go through this. Okay, perfect. Push through that. Get the juice. S2 pivot point might be a problem. Great. That's a lot of buying coming in. Perfect. Support that. Keep going. Yeah, I don't want to get rejected here. Come on. I want to see the buyers getting rewarded here. Let me zoom in on that candle. Come on, let me see it push higher. We'll close this candle in 15 seconds. I need it to close strong, but it's not closing above. All right. I got tagged here. I'll take it. All right. Now we're trying to create higher low, but still rejected the deviation band. Wonder if it even gets back to my entry. It did. All right. That was a great exit then. All right. It's been a pretty decent day considering how the market was moving. Up pretty much 2,500 for the day. Split between all the accounts. All right, so we just now created, we're trying to create that higher low. It could be still a bearish flag. Okay, so attempting to hold our S3 pivot point. But then again, all these aggressive buyers get absorbed. So there's a lot of selling pressure. Delta is negative. Yeah, this could be another leg lower. Yeah, look at that. Try to break the lows. Retesting yesterday's lows on SPY again. More aggressive buying for the push. If we get an immediate engulfing bar, no, I don't see a strong reaction yet. I think we're going to continue lower. Yep. Nasdaq is lagging. Nasdaq is still above yesterday's lows. A lot of selling. I mean, I like the retest of yesterday's lows. That's a valid trade to take with the stop loss above it. It's a momentum play for sure, especially all these buyers got trapped at 67.80. Okay, let's see us go push higher and retest yesterday's lows again. But it already tested it once on the 1 minute. It might not give us another chance. $67.50 is another area of interest, and so we're at 67.60. That's only 10 points, and Nasdaq hasn't even retested yesterday's lows. That makes it tricky to try to short it here. All right, let's see what SPY wants to do. If we really engulf this move and close above yesterday's lows, then the short play might be over. Okay, we're going for a retest. Testing the lows and rejecting it. But we're above yesterday's lows on ES. SPY so far hasn't closed, haven't gotten above yesterday's lows. Now it has. We've got 25 more seconds for this candle, so let's see how it closes. ES is already above. SPY is struggling. Okay, so we got that closure. SPY hasn't closed above. It's now trying to push higher. Yeah, look at that. Rejecting 675 on SPY. Okay. All right, well, we're pushing higher. Yeah, I think the move might be over. We swept the lows. We went under yesterday's lows and closed above it. This could be another scalp to the upside here. It's not ready yet for a reversal. There's still some rejections of 675 on SPY. Nasdaq seems to be stronger. Yeah, we're pushing off of yesterday's lows now. I might have to try this for a bounce. I don't have my confirmations just yet. There's a little bit of a discrepancy between the Nasdaq and SPY. SPY continues to reject 675. Trying to push above it now. And it's a 607 level on Nasdaq. We're building a structure here, and I want to see which way we're going to go, because we seem to be holding the lows. Tuesday lows. All right, and maybe we'll get that juice and push off of that level. It's not there yet. I want to see some order flow confirmation to take that trade. The problem is we're still in a downtrend, especially on a 5-minute. It's just going against the trend. You got to be mindful of all these levels if you try to scalp. Highest probability just looking at the trend would be to a continuation. So now we have order flow confirmation. We want to push higher. Yeah, I think if we see another candle pull back and immediately reverse. All right, so this one just shows us that these buyers got absorbed. And we're pushing low, testing Tuesday's lows on SPY again. A little bit of selling coming in. A little bit of aggressive selling, rather. It's probably a higher probability to go with the trend here as we continue to make lower highs on the 5-minute. Gonna have to probably get in soon if I want a tight stop loss. Let's look at the volume on 5-minute here. Still interested in a reversal. I mean, we've been sitting on that level for a while, rejecting 675 but holding Tuesday's lows. There's more topping tails here, more wicks. All right, that little candle right here should tell us more which way we're gonna go. Normally that chart would look really bearish at this point. It's just how the price action looks. But because we're sitting on that level and we've been sitting here for a while, I do believe there might be a reversal play. And also the Nasdaq is stronger, hasn't even touched Tuesday lows. So it's either lagging and it's gonna follow SPY, or it's gonna help us bounce here. All right, so we're continuing lower. I mean, the rejections of Tuesday lows, yeah, that's still tempting. It's tempting to go short, especially looking at the 15-minute chart on SPY. Now testing the low of the day, double bottom. Delta's negative. Everything looks good for a short play. I just don't have a great entry here. I would have to take a really light position size and then put my stop loss about 10 points away. And I might have to try this break and retest of previous day's lows. Yeah, I'm gonna get in here. Smaller position size, move my stop loss above Tuesday lows. First target would be 67.50. Second target I will leave around S4 pivot point. And then the third target, I'm gonna put it by 67.39. Let's call it 40. All right, so this is just a break and retest of previous day's lows. Small position size. I'm already green for the day, and the entry here is a little more riskier for me. If I hit my first target, I'm just gonna trail it lower. Nasdaq is now testing yesterday's lows. We might see a bounce here. Hopefully it just follows SPY, just breaks through that level. Really does look like we have room to go on SPY. Looks like we have at least $2 more. Okay, there's that bounce caused by NASDAQ. Very strong reaction. Okay, don't like that at all. So it looks like we might see a push up higher and retest of those lows again. $60-minute looks good on SPY for sure. $30-minute looks good. NASDAQ is just really messing up our trade here. Okay, got stopped out. Yeah, I hate that. I hate when that happens. I mean, it's just the timing was off and should have waited for the NASDAQ to hit that low. Okay, so we're now trapped a lot of sellers. It's a really strong reaction for NASDAQ. I have a hard time trusting the pop and sell here. Okay, more aggressive buying coming in now that we're above Tuesday lows. Let's see what happens. There's a lot of selling here as well. But we didn't move lower and then aggressive buying came in here. That might be an opportunity for the scalp higher for a bounce. Let's see where the 30-minute is on SPY. So we're now above that wick, above Tuesday lows. Lots of selling. If these sellers don't get rewarded, I'm gonna try to bounce to the upside. But I don't want to be part of this selling. I think we swept below the lows. Nasdaq had a strong reaction of the lows of Tuesday lows. And I think if it continues to go higher, it's going to pull SPY with it. We're about to reclaim 675 on SPY. Sellers are not getting rewarded here. There's more buying coming in now. Okay, we can see the aggressiveness. We can see a momentum, and we can't go lower. Right? All this selling. Let's just watch that closely. It looks like that action we had earlier above the VWAP. Try to squeeze above it. It's hard to see the candle here with all the aggressive buying and selling. Sellers are continuing to push it lower. I'm looking for immediate reaction to that candle. I need it to be absorbed completely. Yeah, we're getting the wicks. There's definitely buying there. Trying to hold Tuesday lows on ES. Man, that 5-minute chart on SPY looks bearish. But again, Nasdaq is holding. It's not even retesting the lows yet. This is starting to look like a reverse head and shoulders on a 1 minute. All right, SPY. Continues to sell. Lots of buying just came in. It really does look like we're gonna bounce. It's really tempting. It's just a matter of being patient and timing the entry. Yeah, we're trying to go lower, but the delta stays neutral right now. Where's Tuesday's point of control? All right, so we are 67.58. Okay, so that was Mondays. Yep, so all this aggressive selling that's stepping in right now. Let's see if that gets rewarded. So I feel like that's gonna get squeezed. Yeah, I might try to scalp the bounce. I think there it is. I think that's what I wanted to see. That's definitely my last trade. I wanted to see more of an immediate reaction. Okay, it's not looking good anymore. I like that first absorption of the sellers here. Now it looks like I might get tagged before any reversal. if it's gonna happen. Playing against the trend, it's always tricky. It's all about timing the entry well and then timing the exit well, because these are all scalps. I like how it's trying to push higher, but let's see if we're not gonna get the buyers absorbed here if the selling pressure is too strong. But I like how we build the base, we build the structure and try to break out of it. Looks even better now. Alright, so let's see where our profit target is gonna be. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to move that stop loss. I like that momentum candle, but sometimes these pops get sold into. So I'm just gonna protect this position. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. Yeah, whatever. Decent scalp. And now it might want to continue lower. We'll see. All right, I think that's it for me. It's been a long morning. Yeah, I'm gonna call it.